Let's go next to, why don't we go to Victor from Indiana? You're on the air.
Hi, David. So I was wondering, how married are you to the idea of social democracy or having social welfare programs under the framework of capitalism? Do you think socialism
I'm
could
married
be
to
feasible?
I'm married to it, but I have a prenup and an annulment clause, so I could get out if it got ugly.
I see.
Yeah.
Got it. So I
No, I
guess my
mean,
next
sorry,
question is,
I cut you off. So you're saying, it sounded like you were saying, how married am I to social democracy rather than socialism?
sort of. I guess my main question was, do you think socialism or even something like communism is feasible for human society? Like maybe like a couple hundred, maybe even like I don't know, like 1,000 years down the line? Or do you just think that like capitalism is pretty much the best we got right now? It's not worth talking about.
Okay, so here's where I'm different from many other commentators on this issue. Lots of commentators, you would go to them and you would ask that question, and some people would say communism is an inevitability, it's just a matter of when. And there are others on the right. And by the way, you've got a horrible, horrible hiss coming through, and if we could deal with that, it
Sorry,
would be a really
I'll mute.
great thing. Yeah. Then you've got people on the right, including Trump. I mean, Trump said it during his State of the Unions, that States of the Union addresses, whatever. Trump said, we will never be a socialist country. I am not going to pretend to tell you that something definitely could or couldn't happen 1,000 years down the line. If you asked anybody in the there was no United States 1,000 years ago. If you asked people 1,000 years ago in 2021, would there be something like the United States? Would we have the technology we have? Would we have the culture we have? Nobody would have predicted this 1,000 years ago. And so I have no idea. I think that right now, everything has led me to my current beliefs, which, as you state, fall under the umbrella of social democracy. That's where I am right now. Is it possible that things will happen in the next 200 or 1,000 years, where in 1,000 years, the planet Earth is a socialist planet, is a communist planet, or there are many communist countries that are flourish? Yeah, it's how could I say no? How could I? So I just think that we are so bad at predicting the future that it's certainly possible. And if that happens, I don't know what the path to it would be.
That's a fantastic answer. Thank you so much, David.
All right, my pleasure. Great having you on, and that's an ugly hiss there that was happening. I'm glad we were able to get it at least briefly dealt with.